Evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's statement is Theresa. I'll spell that right by the way. Theresa gets exposed on Days of Our Lives. And we're going to be talking about all the shows: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. As you are coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Let me just make sure that I actually spelled her name right. Okay, I did. I'm good. All right, let's sit there and do roll call. Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Melly Mel, my heart queen. How you doing tonight? Francis in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ's in the chat. How are you doing, my friend? At the bank is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Oh, what the hell is going on with my damn? I can't with this. Autumn is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Francis in the chat. How you doing tonight? Autumn's in the Jesus Christ. Okay. Autumn's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Susan R is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Queen of the South is in the chat. How you doing tonight? I'm doing good, Blackmon. I'm doing good. I survived the weekend, so I cannot complain. I hope you are doing good as well. And Autumn says, "Hey Albert, Hope is so damn desperate. It's hilarious." I'm like, "Hope, girl, Ben don't want you. He kept turning you down." It's like she wasn't getting the hint. Yeah, she was way over the top. It was actually kind of hard to sit there and watch. She was doing way too much. Oh, of course, now I gotta sit there and that's how the queen is doing. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that all because she was doing too much. Hope was definitely doing way too much. Just right there. Okay. Oh yeah, no, and no, she's Xander's mom got it going on. The Shanta says, "I'm glad Theresa finally got caught." I said last night, good Xander gave Jack that newspaper. Now he won't have to worry about money. Well, yeah, but the thing is, he didn't know that. He didn't know that. Francis says, "So glad the truth came out on Days, but Justin was way too forgiving because he treated Adam. Yeah, he treated him like a dick. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100%. He treated him like a dick. He didn't even apologize, Francis. He didn't even apologize. Like he didn't even apologize. He didn't even apologize. He was like, "Oh, I'm glad you're still my father." Okay, cool. Is there going to be an apology somewhere at the end of this sentence? No. What the hell are we doing? Darby, what's good, my guy? Yeah, Melanie, everyone did. Everyone loved it. Everyone loved it. Well, you know what, Darby? My weekend was pretty shitty, but I survived it. So I hope you had a better weekend than me. Autumn says Albert Jagger was so damn annoying. Jason was trying to spend time with his son, and here comes Jagger saying, "Oh, send the boy home." I would have told Jagger to kiss my ass and kick rocks. I don't think that would have ended too well on him, but this is why he didn't do that, and it's a good thing he didn't do that because emotions tend to cloud your judgment. That would have been an emotional response, and with Jagger, you can't give into your emotions with Jagger. But I understand the sentiment. Is that I said the same thing, LaShawn. I was like, yo, he is so out of pocket. Darby says, I didn't get to see you, so it's, oh, well, thank you, Darby, thank you. Yeah, this weekend was a bit of a train wreck, I would say. I didn't even talk about it in the member circle, but I wasn't also drunk enough to sit, I wasn't sauced enough to sit there and talk about it. It was okay. Just give y'all a heads up. If I do miss some comments, um, I will get to your comment. I'll get to your next comment. So, and as time is up. Yeah, and I posed a question, right? So Anna was an idiot for what she did to Jason. Jason was an idiot for not allowing Carly to clean up her mess. Carly's the one that got herself into this position. So they all share a certain level of blame. Mo says, "What's good, cherry ice cream?" Mo says, "I called it that Fiona was going to be Xander's mom and be the key on Xander being Victor's son by her writing that letter the whole time." Yes. Now, what's good, cherry ice cream? Now, Lashanta says, how many people got to tell Sonny about his mess before he gets them checked? Well, you know my answer towards that, so I'm not even going to go in there. But what the hell was I going to sit there and say? What was I going to say? Yeah, so Theresa exposed. Why not? Why can't you not believe that? Nobody knows. Yes, yes, Darby. Yeah. Fiona is Xander's mom. I know it got a little confusing when I was doing my days review because I'm like Fiona as in Fiona Hughes, like Anna. The actor that plays Anna. No, we're talking about Fiona as in Days of Our Lives, Xander mother Fiona. See, when you watch all four of the soaps, it does get a little confusing. As says, I'm actually looking forward to seeing how Leo's going to blow this story up in the Invader. But yes, it was a good episode. Did you see that sad, pathetic ass run that 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 sad ass pathetic run that Theresa had when she was running away from Alex after she got exposed? You don't want it to. Yeah, no, of course, Captain. No, I don't want it to get canceled. I don't want people to lose their jobs. Um, what the hell was I gonna sit there and say? That little sad ass pathetic run. My whole thing is like after Alex just really got on her and really got her to come clean, she runs away, and I'm just like, are we just gonna let the fugitive just run away? The same woman that just committed forgery, and I'm pretty sure that's a federal crime. The last time I checked. He should, Lashonda. He didn't even. He didn't even apologize. He was just like, "I'm so glad you're my dad. I'm so glad that you're my brother." Like, yeah, cool. Is there going to be an apology in there somewhere? And I said, "This is what Jason gets for putting Sonny and Carly first." Yes, and I agree. That's exactly what they're saying. Carly's going to have to take. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm like, he can't protect Carly and protect Sonny. He knows where the he knows where the bodies are. He knows where the bodies are. He's not going to sit there and say anything. He wants to protect Sonny, even though Sonny did not show him that same damn courtesy. Why is it so loud? Autumn says Anna's job needs to be called for. She basically had to smoke Sonny won't keep that same energy for Valentine. How basically has Sunny met tampered with and put his out on Jason and Sunny? Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. And like I said, I knew Francis says sick of Case dictating to everyone and forcing Jason to turn on Sunny, assuming he needs to go. Mm. But the hell is gonna sit there and say? No, it says not true. God damn it. There we go. Now it says my tuition is that Fiona has automotive on not making a mess of Xander and meeting Sarah and Victoria, but she wants his money now that he's rich, so can't be trusted. Hmm. No, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Dolomedics. What did you think of Days of Our Lives, Dolomedics? I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. See, I'm not gonna lie, Dolomedics. Like I did my review for Days first. Within an hour, it was at 90. It was at 90 views, and I was surprised. I was like, damn, I guess Days of Our Lives really was good. The weekend, my views was almost at 400 for Days of Our Lives. 400 for Days of Our Lives. Sean says Destiny's Mez story needs to end. Don't make sense. Ed says Michael brought up good points when he was talking to Sonny, and he noticed that Sonny's pills not working. Yes, he also, that's the thing, Kevin. You can't say both, and that's the thing. Ed, when Sonny sat there and said, "Oh, well, I see you only want to be the good son when you want something," I remember sat there. I was like, "Sonny, you did not just say that. You really did not just sit there and say, oh, you'll only act nice to me when you want something.' No, what do you think you were doing? Are you kidding?" Dominic says it was awesome days, really fun. Yes, they did. And they kept it down to two stories. Oh, Kevin. Kevin, I want that to happen so badly. I want that to happen so badly. I'm not going to lie. Kevin, if that happens, I'm going to take a certain level of thrills. When I go in on a job, when I go in on a the Josslyn fans, okay? Because I ain't forget Josslyn fans. If you sit there watching this on a replay, I want you to sit there and pause it on this part. Josslyn used Cam like a damn toilet seat, okay? Cheated on Cam with Dex. So if she cheats on Dex with Geo, every person that came at me with smoke, I'm going to sit there and laugh in each and every single one of y'all faces because I'm just that petty. This isn't alcohol talking. This is me talking about it. I just want to point that out there. If she cheats on Dex with Geo, ooh, hmm. Amy was good. Amy H. And says, me too, because that would be good. I can see Johnson going there. Oh, Ed, I would love for that to happen. Love that. That Jay Blue, you never know. I didn't think that Willow was going to sit there and cheat on Michael. But I mean, well, yeah, of course, that's definitely true. Mel says my intuition is that Alex and Stephanie will get back together after Everett and Theresa break their hearts, but you forgot that part in your review. I did forget that part in my review, and I thought about it afterwards. I thought about that afterwards. What's good to happen? I thought about that afterwards, and I just, here's my thing. I do sit there and say that's the gist of the episode. I might have missed about a couple of things. Um, that's true, I did. That's why I always sit there and say at the cup of my ass. J Blue says, under the influence of fireworks. Yes, those fireworks really do, you know, turn people on. Yes, thank you, Darby. Hit that like button, guys. Hit guys and gals, hit that like button. I'm gonna sit there and cheat. I'm gonna sit there and cheat and hit that like button. Jonathan, what's good, my guy? Oh, Scott. This week I'm gonna sit there and be watching Cobra Kai. Um, I want to try to have a discussion about Cobra Kai maybe next week, maybe Thursday, if I can watch it in like 2 weeks. And I finished watching The Boys Diabolical. That's actually really good. Yep, that's correct, Mundo. Okay, we got 17 likes, 19 likes. We got 32 people in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Ronnie Ron. Mel says, my intuition is that EJ and Fiona both have British accents and their charms to have an alliance maybe. Okay. Hey, listen, anytime I get to sit there and see Fiona, I'm a very happy man. I'm a very happy man. I get to see Fiona. Fiona got it going on. Yeah. Oh, Jay Blue, join the club. Oh, don't like. So I'm gonna be happy when that happens. Like I said, today was a good episode. Sean says, I hope Josslyn cheats with Gio, but he's as boring as Dex. The young adults need more young men on the show. Sean, yeah, I hope that they I hmm, is wrong like two left shoes. Ooh, I like that. Davila says my opinion and is wrong like two left shoes. I like that. Ed said Jocelyn even had the nerve when she got caught by Cam to say, "What are you doing here?" Yes, and then said, "I don't owe you anything, Ed." And then sat there and say, "Hey, listen, could you keep my secret? Could you keep my secret?" Remember when she said that shit, Ed? Oh Lord, I am not letting the fans of Jocelyn let that. As he said, "What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What is he doing here? What is he doing in your goddamn room? Are you kidding me?" Juan says, Albert, do you agree with Andrew for not turning Theresa and regardless the kid? I mean, I don't agree with it, but I understand it. That's his baby sister. He would do anything for his baby sister, so I get that. I don't agree, but I understand. If that makes sense. What the happened? What is that actually going to look like? Johnson says, I'm losing patience with my Jagger. I don't know why, Jonathan, but I'm actually liking Jagger so much more because I'm just like, he's just so damn bossy. Let me tell you something, Jonathan. There's very few people that can be intimidated that cannot be intimidated by Jason. That can sit there and look Jason in the face and say, hey, listen, you're going to do what I tell you to do. There's very few men that can sit there and walk up to Jason and be a boss like that. And I don't know. There's something about it that I just like. Like, trust me, I get it. He's getting on a lot of people's nerves, but like, I don't know. Jay Blue says Anna in her office like she's not an accomplice. Of course not. She lied through her goddamn teeth. And Lashonda, Melanie Lashonda wrote you a comment. Definitely says that would be interesting if Jason turned to Anna. I know I would. What is she gonna do? What is he gonna do though? What's he gonna sit there and do? Oh, Anna knew the truth. I mean, even if that happened, it wouldn't do anything. Ron says other weekly promo show Ava and Brady sleeping together, but they deceived us. Yes, I was going to sit there and say that. Now, yes, I did. I said that in my review. Um, yeah, I said to say, well, no, that's actually good. They tricked us. You can't fool. It's very rare with a soap opera to sit there and fool one over me. It doesn't happen too often. I'm actually I really want Paul and Andrew to stay in town. I want Paul. Andrew can stay in town too, but I really want Paul to stay in town. I like that, Jonathan. I like that. Jason ain't no rat like Dex. Oof, I liked it. What? Yeah, Ron is going in. Sean says they need to bring a Ward young man and Katrina. He's part of the Quartermain family. Sean, I would actually be very interested in that. I'd actually be very interested in that. There's no love in this chat for my guy, John Cates. I'm not calling him Jagger. Let's be honest. I'm not calling him Jagger. There's no love for my guy, John Cates. My goodness. Mm-mm. Ron says Theresa is an effing a-hole. Why would she get up and saying, "Can we please get on with the wedding?" So she's an asshole because she wanted to sit there and hurry up with the wedding, Ron. This is why you're my Jester. Big Nate was good. Days was actually really good. GH was actually good. GH was interesting. Um, Bo was something else. Bo was interesting too. Bo was good. GH was good. Why not was good too. Actually, 32 for all of them was good. I'm gonna be honest. Damn that case. I like it. I like it, Jonathan. Definitely, they should have got rid of her ass a long time ago. Francis says Jason needs to turn on Anna. She was hurting by what she did with Valentine. Of course. Anna the idiot. Anna the idiot, Laura the idiot. Um, I know people could sit there and say, but she's allowed to change her mind with Trina. Because, let's be honest, Trina is protected like there's no other. And I like Trina. So before anyone sit there and try to come at my throat, which I don't think is a good idea, I like Trina. But, there's a point, Ed, where it almost sounds like Sonny wants to threaten violence on John. I wish he was I wish he was um, the old Jagger. Remember the old Jagger who laid Sonny's ass out on the ground? Remember that? I don't know if y'all remember that. I remember that. No love. No goddamn love. Johnson says John venges Kate. Like that. Francis says Lucy's going to do something on Warner, maybe get drunk and cause an accident like Daniel did with Cassie. Francis, I'm not going to lie. If that happens, that will make Y&R interesting. I'm not even joking, Francis. That would actually make Y&R interesting. Like like daughter, like dad. Kevin, I think most people like old Jagger. Alyssa J was good, love. Alyssa, let me ask you a question. And I know this is kind of a no-brainer, but I'm asking you anyway. Don't you think that Carly should just go to jail at this point? Just try to turn herself in? Ron says, "Albert, what did you think of Leo cutting the cake?" I mean, honestly, tell you, if it was comedy relief, I didn't really care for it. But I would have did the same thing. Though. I would have did the same thing. Listen, I don't. Listen, I think Carly should go to jail. Right? Think she should go to jail, serve her time. As I said, Carly should go to. You goddamn right. Oh, Alyssa. I mean, Queen Jess might be mad at me tonight. Maybe I might actually have to come at your girl, Josslyn. I love you though. Sean says you're right, Albert. Case went off on Jason. You don't see that often. Good acting by the actor. I hope his character don't become. Yeah, I don't. What else? Why didn't that work? There we go. Oh, one more. There we go. Not that happening. Alyssa, you drink. Alyssa, I think you can talk about my demeanor. I know, and that's the thing. Somebody brought up a theory that you probably won't like. Thank you, Fresh. It's just 41 people in the chat, not as many likes as I would like. Did I cheat? Did I actually did I hit the like button? Oh, somebody said okay, Jess, somebody said, what if Jocelyn cheats on Dex with Gio? What if Jocelyn and Gio hooks up and cheats on Dex? Because I'm gonna be honest, I would laugh my goddamn ass off. Listen, I can tell you're drinking is going to be a day. Oh my god, listen, I love you, girl. You know me too well. And yes, it is gonna be my day off tomorrow. Yes, what if Geo cheats on Dex? What if Jocelyn cheats on Dex with no. But that's not the question though. What if Jocelyn cheats on Dex with Geo? What would you say? What would you say to that? No, it's all right. Listen, I corrected her. That's the working theory. That's the fun theory. Ron says, I know others in the chat will come at me, but I was hoping that when Brady was just said, why would that happen? Somebody just brung it up. Somebody just brung it up. Here's the thing. Here's the reason why we sit there and laugh. I'm gonna get to your question in a minute, Ron. Here's why I would laugh. Jocelyn treated Cam like a toilet seat. Okay, cheated on him, disrespected him, sat there and said, "Once he got in the door, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, Cam? What is he doing here?" So wouldn't that be fitting? Wouldn't that be fitting? Wouldn't that be poetic if Jocelyn cheats on Dex with Gio? That would be great. That'd be poetic right there. And I wouldn't even feel bad for I wouldn't even feel bad for Dex because Dex got together with a cheater. If we're gonna be honest, what the fuck was that? I don't see the point in that story at all. I know, but see, the thing is, just if it did happen, the point is, I would laugh. Um, I would sit there and say, all you Josslyn fans that want to sit there and ride for Josslyn, y'all still gonna ride for Josslyn if she cheats on Dex? Yeah, I don't think y'all will. What was that? What? Just said it's giving obsession with Josh. You wasn't even on today, but still. Damn it, Josh. Darby says, how long ago was that, Albert? Please let that go. Albert Josslyn is sorry about that. Yeah, but I'm not. Darby, you know how I roll. I will drag any character 7 days a week, twice on Sundays. No, Jazzy. Darby. Don't do it, Darby. Don't follow under Justice League. As says Albert, they need to show more of Carly managing at Bobby. That manager is hot. She's alright. She's alright. Jonathan, I don't blame Brady. Have you seen what you call's mom? Just said let's talk about people who are actually on today, like Sonny's done. Well, that's actually true. I'm not gonna knock that. W says you're so hard hat, Albert. No, I'm not. Just because the Jocelyn fans want to sit there and try to erase that from memory, want to sit there and try to Thanos that shit. No. F that. I'm not Thanos in the goddamn thing. She treated that man like a damn toilet seat. I'm letting that shit go. And yeah, I do agree with that. Now, Jonathan, but Jonathan, seriously, have you seen Xander's mom? Jonathan says, and Xander smashed the glass. Yeah, that felt a little off to me, Jonathan. I'm not. I think just because the actor passed away, it was just like, ooh, I don't know about that. Yeah, Ed, I'm not gonna lie. She does actually have she does have an amazing accent. Just as great, you can hold on to it while the rest of us moves on. Jay Blue says, Albert, I want you to drag Anna. Oh, you goddamn right. I would drag Anna too. Absolutely, Jay Blue. Just as how long you gonna get mad at the person trying to help you, like Sonya is so irritating. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I agree with everything that Justice said. And my whole thing is, Jay Blue, Anna should lose her job. Anna should be exposed. She should lose her goddamn job. Um, she's a dumbass, and yes, that's what I said. Unless that's what I said to Jonathan. I was like, "You goddamn right that Brady actually slept with her." But just Sonny's not fully on his medication, so he's not his right mind of thinking. So you can't be mad at Sonny because he's not on his right mind of thinking. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Jess, but you have to understand that Sonny is not on his full medication. So Darby says you should put that expression on a T-shirt on her. So maybe one day I will. Um, you think that his parents is alive though, Jonathan? Like you think his mom is alive or the dad is alive? I love my girl Alyssa, but Alyssa's going to stand 10 goddamn toes down on that. Alyssa is going to stand 10 toes down on that shit, and I gotta appreciate the energy. Ron says, hold on, let me take a drink before I ask what kind of dumbass question this is. Ron says, Albert asked the chat if they were hoping that Brady was drinking at the pub that Sophie. What the fuck kind of question is that? No, Ron, nobody wants no pedal ish. Listen, what you mean, Albert? But I do agree on some level. You're like, what that happened was like, they brought in Gio for training, but no one knows that for sure. We're just speculating that Gio was brung in for training. So in all reality, we don't know that. Darby says even Cameron had let it go and move on, Albert. I don't know, Darby, would you move on if that was you? If some girl sat there and cheated on you, and then when you walked in, was like, hey, listen, I, yeah, I don't know. Daphne, it's rumors, but I can't substantiate anything. So it's kind of up in it. I don't, Daphne, where have you heard that before? Just says, I don't get why Jason don't just kill Case. Because he's an FBI agent, and that would be a federal crime. And I think he doesn't want to go to jail for taking out a Fed. Well, but that's what I'm saying, Alyssa. Like, no one, like, people are guessing, but no one actually knows. I heard, actually, to tell you the truth, no, I saw Joshua Nyro's son. He really looks like his dad. I don't think I look like my dad, but he really looks like his dad. Darby says, oh no, a woman cheated on me. A shock. Okay. You know what? My bad. I feel like I kind of brought up some past trauma or something. Big Sammy, what's good, my guy? Johnson says Everett doesn't remember his father, and it was implied that he is the reason for his trauma. I think my whole thing is that I don't think both parents are alive. I think maybe just one of them is. Darby says that's sorry. No, I'm just saying, Darby, because I know. Oh, okay. My point is, Darby, I don't think you would have that same energy just to let it go. So I don't understand why you sent it telling me. I don't like Cheetos, Darby. That's what it comes down to, and it's the way that she did it too. Like she did it in such a very vicious and mean spirited way. And people seem to saying, "Oh, you should just let it go." It's like, how do you just let some cheating shit go like that? Like, how does that work? As says Anna needs to be dragged up and down Port Charles along with Ava daughter with her letting daughter be around Sunny no matter Sunny or what? Ava or Anna? Just says you're the only one that cares. I don't know how to take that comment. You know what, you're cute. That's how I'm gonna take that comment. Oh, well, then that's hella confusing, Jonathan. Alyssa Albert, did you see my comment I made on your vision? No, I got it, Alyssa. That's why I wrote you back. I sat there and was like, I hope you're not too mad at me because I saw that. I saw that, and then I thought about the thumbnail afterwards, and I was like, yeah, just keeping it real, Jess. Douglas Albert, you are the executive producer of the show Cheaters. I don't get what that means, but He doesn't mean any girl when he's with Josh, so put two and two. No, but I saw that comment list when I was at work. It actually made me smile because I was at work and obviously I was just having a shitty day. So I was like, nah. I was like, Alyssa, I hope you're not too mad at me. Sean says, I think Gia was wrong and the writers wanted to Trina to try to make the character popular, then put him with Josslyn, what they could do with Spencer. See, Sean, I feel bad for the actor that plays Gio because I feel like he's getting a lot of oh, they're having no, I'm gonna drag her now. Goddamn right, I'm gonna drag her now. But see, my whole thing is, Sean, I feel bad for the actor that plays Gio because Gio was never going to measure up to Spencer. Gio was never going to measure up to Spencer. And I feel like the actor's taking a certain level of heat that he really shouldn't be receiving. But I don't understand why they actually brought in Gio to try to be a replacement for Spencer. So he says, if the shoe fits Albert, number one head cheer. What? Ron, Baker was just doing his job. I'm just gonna highlight that shit. I'm not gonna read that whole thing. But Baker was just doing his job though. So like I don't understand why you're sitting there coming at Baker for him simply doing his job. Just says I'm just mad they brought in another character just to be wasted. Like we didn't need him if they're not doing and that's the thing. She's 100% correct about that. I see Jonathan is already sitting there writing a better story than whatever the hell the writers decided to write for him. Jess, I was gonna sit there and say a joke, but it's just gotten old at this point, so I'm not gonna bother. I don't think so, Alyssa. I don't think that people actually. I don't think, Alyssa. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anyone wants Gio with Trina. I think people speculated that, but I don't think that people in the chat actually want Gio to be with Trina. Um, Darby says Gio is not supposed to be an instant replacement for Spencer. It's supposed to be a marathon for Gio to grow into his role. Um, he's not, but I think the problem is the writers try to set it up that way. The writers try to set it up that way. I don't think, and I'm just gonna. I can already feel my spider sense tingling. Um, I think the writers made a heavy mistake with trying. If I think where they were trying to make Geo the next Trina love interest, but Spencer set the bar too high for that, so he was always going to fall short. That's the truth about it. But yeah, Alyssa, just to answer your question, I don't think anyone in this chat actually wants Red Geo to be with Trina. I think that they don't even want Geo on the show. So just to answer your question, before things get a little too out of control. No, so I got good news that the Collection 3 horror movie is back in development because now let me ask you a question. Um the hell's the name of that goddamn movie series? Uh Jonathan, what's the name of that movie series? Monsters destroying Monsters destroying buildings. It's a horror movie. And one came out on Netflix. One came out on Netflix. What the hell is it? Cloverfield Lane? When is Cloverfield Lane coming out? When is new Cloverfield Lane coming out? Let me know about that. When is Cloverfield Lane coming out? Um, Ron says if Lee is responsible for unlocking both Tom and Hollis, what's your punishment? Jail, Ron. Jail. Any punishment that any other criminal would sit there and get, Ron. Jail. What kind of punishment do you think that she should get? Yeah, yeah, I can see that. The problem is Samuel. They don't know how to really introduce certain characters. Or maybe they just come across as like when they made exactly like the shot that brings up Miss Wu. When Miss Wu came in, she came in with thunder. When when John came in, he came in with a certain level of thunder. When Gio came in, this guy, since we want to sit there and keep talking about Gio, which I'm gonna switch the conversation in a hot minute. When Gio came in as a okay, thank you, Mel. When Gio came across as super nice and super wholesome. Gio was the type of person that if he saw a fly in a room, he wouldn't kill it. He would find a way to just let that shit go or create babies. Who knows? So that's the thing with Gio. They made him too nice and wholesome. If they do make him have a dark side, there's still, you know what? I'm going to sit there and say this. There's still time to fix it. That's what I'm going to sit there and say. There's still time to fix it. Come on, Francis. You know it's true. This guy was up there taking sponges and stacking them on top of each other. Let me tell you something. I'm weird. Okay, I'm a very weird person. Some weird shit right there. Just says there's still time, but they better do something quick because I'm getting bored. Oof. We do not want the gorgeous Queen just being bored. No, 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 no. Yeah, I swear. I have a bored just. I feel like I need another drink to sit there and read this comment. Hold on. Just says you are a weird person. This is why I love her. This is why I love her, chat. This is exactly why I love her. For reasons like that. Just so y'all know. Island, what's good, Island? How you doing? I'm glad you survived everything and you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling better. Darby says Spider Sense Albert more like person. Oh, you don't like Lucy? You don't like Lucy, Alyssa? Really think she's a great because my whole thing, Alyssa, I think she's a person who is just young and wants to hang out with an older person who she finds cool. Also, talk about the collection 3 horror movie is the sequel. I never actually watched the first collection horror movie. Never actually watched the first one. But that's cool though that they're doing it. I wish I had the time. Darby, she's talking about the Young and the Restless. Which, by the way, God damn it. Um, Ron, I thought that Steffi was just being kind of annoying. Like, she kept talking. Here's the thing. She was more annoyed with the fact that she saw another Logan than saw her goddamn dad with his pants off and Brooke half naked. Uh, I don't know why. Every time I see you, quiet guy, I just start laughing. Weird and petty. Ed says Albert Brady's going to feel like an idiot when he finds out what Theresa did and that he got drunk over her. Ed, I feel like he's an idiot for getting drunk over. Here's the thing, Ed. I feel like he's an idiot for losing his sobriety over Theresa Donovan. Okay, especially this goddamn version of Theresa Donovan. My God, if you're gonna lose your sobriety, it needs to be with a higher up woman than Sabrina Donovan. Mel says I got good news. I was good news that Aaron D. Spears and Justin Barber. Oh, okay. Well, I hope they actually do bring in. They do find out. They do get close to this murder case. Oh, okay, Ron. Maybe I should take that comment out. That word. I don't give an F about Brooke and Waffle Boy Rich because I might have thrown up. I guess. Well, Ron, you're as brazen as always, and you are still my jester. So, what the fuck is this pause? Francis says Chelsea needs to accept sleeping with Adam and move. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I need her to get her shit together. I really do. I need her to get her shit together. Kyrie's Clark, the one and only. Every time I see this man, it always brings a smile to my face. How are you doing, Kyrie's? I see you getting ready for your live stream tonight. Oh, Jess, that's what I gotta sit down and say. You gotta watch Diabolical on Amazon. If you didn't watch, you gotta watch Diabolical on Amazon. I missed you this week, by the way, Jess. I missed you this week. Kyrie says Days was so good. I really just finished rewatching it. I saw your review, Kyrie. I saw you put up the review. Alyssa, did you see Ben reject Hope? Alyssa, Hope was like the definition of desperate. No, Jess, it's from the boys. It's a cartoon series. It's called Diabolical, and it's actually pretty good. Like if you didn't watch Diabolical from the boys, so it's called the boys Diabolical, and I think you should watch. They're not that long. They're like 8 minutes, maybe 9 minutes or whatever, but they're actually really good though. I wouldn't sit there and say watch Gen V, but I would sit there and promote the shit out of Diabolical. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jess, it's a show on Netflix. I mean, it's a show on Amazon. It's a show on Amazon. I just finished watching it. It's actually really good. So just type in Diabolical the boys and it'll come up. And I know you don't have a lot of time, which is actually good because they're not really super long, but they're actually good though. Alyssa Hope wants to it's actually funny, Alyssa. I kept saying this whole last couple of days. I was like, yo, Hope is becoming a goddamn homewrecker. She is become. Francis says Hope. Ooh, I may use that as a title. Just Johnson says, do you think Adrian will return next season? I do. I hope he does. I hope he fights Homelander. Francis, I may actually use that title. I may actually use that title. Delvin says, Albert, it's true that Robert, is it true that born Elizabeth might be pregnant by Finn? Born Elizabeth might be pregnant by Finn? I didn't hear anything about that, so that's news to me. But that will be one hell of a gift, though, I'll tell you that much, though. Oh, Jess, he's coming back. Last season? No, he's coming back, Jess. He's coming back. And Daphne says, Kyrie, are you going live tonight? Kyrie says, yes, I need to rip in the hole tonight. Probably last day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Kyrie. The minute you sat there and said last day, last day is gonna sit there and have a field day with Hope. Sarah says, I did not like Justin being so willing to accept Alex being that. I didn't like that shit out of Samuel. I didn't like the fact. Have a good night, Jay Bloom. I didn't like the fact that Alex did not apologize. Alyssa says last day Hope. Alyssa says last day hates Hope with a passion. Yes, that's yes. I was gonna replace this with something else, Alyssa, but yes. Um. Oh, I agree. I agree, Carries. I agree 100%. What? Yeah, let's see. He's in Kyrie's he's in Kyrie's chats. I heard Jonathan. Are you gonna watch it? Thank you, Francis. 44 people in the chat. Hit that like button. Also become a member if you want to become a member. Not only does it help out the channel, but I do exclusive live streams for members only where we really get into it. And I should have got into it this weekend. Jesus Christ, I had a bad weekend. Um, Makes sense. I really do like Stephen Amell. Now it says I got good news that Warner Bros. Cinemas have a sex robot turned killer. No, what's the name of the movie though? As a sex robot. What's the name of the movie? I want to watch it. Now, what's the name of the movie? You just said sex robot, and that's apparently that sold me. So, what's the name of the movie? In December? Huh. It's cold. I guess I could sit there and go out and watch it. As says Albert, they should bring back Paul and Andrew 4 times. Now, I agree with that sentence 100%. Andrew's cool. I love Paul. Paul's kind of a badass. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, um, Carrie, you're gonna be upset with me, but I need to say this though. I would trade Paul for Wendy any day of the goddamn week. And yes, I agree with that too. Sorry, Carrie, she's my guy, but I would trade Paul for Wendy any day of the week. Just when you think about it, case really has no evidence. Carly didn't admit to doing anything legal on tape. I don't know what. Just Carly literally sat there and said, "I'm the head of the parental organization." She literally just said that. She literally sat there and said, "I'm the head of the organ of the Sunnies faction." Yes, Francis, I love Paul. Most is up. It's in development on this killer sex robot dropping. No, okay. Well, you know, Mel, why don't you? Yeah, keep me updated because I want to actually watch it. Just that could also. But what I'm saying is, Jess, I mean, she literally sat there and said, "I'm the head of the Sunny Corinthians organization." So you pretty much just admitted that. As said, I don't want the intro ever. I don't. I don't. When the intro are coming back. Oh, you don't think they're coming back? Yeah, I don't really need to back out there. Just says that could also mean his coffee business, etc. She didn't admit to do anything illegal. Hmm. I'm a little sauce, so I'm gonna have to sit there and think about how to. Yeah, you're kind of right. I reserve my right to change my mind tomorrow, but I think you're kind of right about that. Alyssa says, I don't want tripping when you come. You know, it's actually funny, Alyssa. I was going to say that. I don't remember if I said that, but that's what I was thinking. Have a nice day. Yeah, have one. No, 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 Jess. I'm a little sauce right now, so um, I'm pretty sure I got a counter argument for that. I just have to think of one. Carrie says I'm a little lost. What was supposed what was that supposed to mean? You enjoy Paul more than my sweet Wendy. Well, no hard feelings to each his own. However, I do love Emma Barber even more than Wendy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She, damn it, that's a good point. I know. I think she has a good point. God damn it. I wanna. Well, okay, Jess. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna come up with a counter argument for that. Oh damn it. Oh, Jess, you are the definition of beauty and brains. I'm gonna come up with an argument for that though. Just give me a minute. Well, Francis, he's in a coma. Rape is in a coma, aka like the actor is on break. Just as you forgot I work in the mafia, you could literally call this place love. But Jess, she was in a mob. She was in a mob meeting. She was in a mob meeting, saying that she was the head of the org of the Corinthos. Ron says, "What do you think when Stephanie was boasting to Liam that it's over, Sheila's never coming back?" I was laughing, Ron, because Sheila got released today because they had no goddamn evidence, and Jada, I mean, Jonathan, I'm cool with that. She's smart and intelligent, and she's actually great to look at. So, yeah. Island says Steffi talks too much. Yeah, Island, I agree. But she's the queen of LA, though. Says I got good news that the Russo brothers are in talks to direct Avengers 5 and 6. They better do something because these Marvel fanboys are pissing in their pants. Come on, Gary, stop being mean. Brooke still got curves. Don't be mean. You're too nice to be mean, Carries. But I'm not gonna lie, Carries. I thought that Francis says she thinks she's the queen. Francis, Steffi is the queen of LA. She said it, and we just have to agree with it and just keep moving. But I'm not gonna lie, Carries. That was hella unprofessional, though. That was hella unprofessional. Like, how you just gonna sit there and just? And then they sat there and said, oh, well, we just want to look for a private spot. Like, in the goddamn, you're at work. What are y'all doing? Arlen says, Albert, sometimes she's too impulsive and act like she doesn't have common sense. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But, I don't actually have anything against that. You know, Darby, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Steffi is the first person to sit there and try to come. Seriously, Francis, Steffi is the type of person that would sit there and confront a sociopath in a dark alley. And then when they act like a sociopath and does something, then they want to stand there and start acting stupid. Evil Fang, I'm so glad Theresa got out of good riddance. Yeah. Ed, if there's actually a level of common sense in Days of Our Lives, then hopefully not. And Misty Waters, what's good, Misty Waters? But no, Jonathan, if there's a level of common sense, then EJ shouldn't be having his job because that's just hella out of pocket. Sean says that would have been a good time for Selena Wood to be one while Sunny is still having problems with his meds and Ava. You know, I actually thought you, Sean, is 100% correct. Samuel, she is the queen of. Here's the thing, Samuel. If Steffi thinks she's the queen of LA, then she's the queen of LA, and we just got to sit here and agree with it. But yes, Misty Waters is new. I'm assuming Misty Waters is new. So let's everyone say what's up to Misty Waters. What the fuck? Soap dirt? Ooh. Here's the thing, Francis. Either she is spot on or she is so wrong that her character needs to be in question. I'll say that much. So either she is 100% correct or she is really talking out of her ass. Yes, welcome Misty Waters to the chat. Francis says, I hope she's wrong. Isla says, I like JNW, but the story is not doing her any justice. Who's JMW, Island? What's up? What are we talking about? Johnson says, I bet after we see Gwen recently. You know, it's actually funny, Jonathan. There's a lot of people that actually said that too. There's actually a lot of people that said that. It would be kind of poetic. I'll sit there and say that. Gabby better not cheat. Well, technically, Misty, Stefan cheated, so I feel like that's just kind of even in the playing field. Oh, what the fuck? That is her plan. That is her even in the playing field. And I know people can sit there and say, "But Albert, two wrongs don't make a right." No, but it makes it even. Okay, Mel says, "I got good news that Final Destination Six Bloodline horror movie is going to have a restaurant called Skyview that is what?" No, let me know when that movie comes out because I'll definitely watch it. Okay, Island says Jacqueline. Oh, okay. JM. Okay. Thank you. Hmm. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie, Island. I could not have spotted that shit. There's certain things I can spot, but Yeah. Thank you for letting me know that. One says Albert, why Leo was offering Jackson and Napoleon a song it had remains. Ron, Leo is a kooky character. I don't know why Leo does the things that he does. He's just funny and entertaining. He does random stuff. You really just asked me that, Ron? Ron says, Albert, why Leo was offering Jackson and Paul a slice of cake because it had remains. It had remains? No, I get it now, Sammy. It took me a minute though. And hopefully, Ed, I don't understand why they thought that they could sit there and pick the questions. I don't understand why they thought they could sit there and pick the questions that they want to be asked. What in what planet do you honestly think that when you do an interview, you get to pick the questions that you want the interview to ask? What kind of shit is that? Have a good night, Francis. Francis Dixon. Mr. said, did Natalia accept Sunny? And yes, if not, I bet she messed up the interview. Yes, she did, Misty. She did accept it. She did accept BLQ's terms. Yes, she did. I mean, she didn't really have a choice. Honestly, tell you the truth, I don't even. I said this in my review. Why the hell is Natalia part of this new record deal? You are dealing with cancel culture, and you think that being part of a new record label, that people gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, listen, it's cool. You just background or whatever." Like, no, cancel culture is not going to care if you are a goddamn janitor. Okay, if you are employed, if they are spending money on you, they're gonna cancel you. Just I don't get it. All it says the story is beneath. Jacqueline was talented. It's unfortunate B&B has decided to act as decent actors, but they lack interesting storylines. I'm glad you just say decent actors. Um, but Ireland, it's just B&B's new way. I feel like at this point, um, with B&B, they'll put out a story, and if you're a B&B fan, you accept it. It doesn't necessarily have to make sense. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's good. It just means that you've been watching it so long that you're just used to it. Nope. She don't really have a choice. Pagano says, when was the last time that B&B won Best Writing? I have to think about it. I know they did win some awards. It may not have been Best Writing, but they did win some awards though. So they're not slacking in that island. As shitty as their writing is, they're not slacking. Singer says, well, it's actually more common than you think of. All celebrities pick the questions they want to ask. Not ask, I mean answer. You're right. You're right, Arlen. Um, I just don't think that. How do you term that? Well, I guess I don't got shit to say about that. You do have a point. There's a point. Damn, Samuel, where was you before I actually did my review? Where was you before I actually did my review on General Hospital? Ron says, I would please inform that chat about your Connie Nation because she's Connie. I don't give two shits about Connie, Ron. I don't care about Connie. Why the hell? No, I don't. Katie Baby, as annoying as she is, Katie Baby will always be baby. It's Katie Nation, but I don't give two shits about Connie. Just to let you know. Know about Connie and about Katie. So now that you know. Connie will be along for hope. If I don't want to waste a wish, but if there's smart people, I mean, the sad thing is, Jonathan, I would sit there and say this much. Um, Connie's making it interesting. I don't like Connie as a character, but she's making it interesting. She's giving Ray something exciting, and I can't knock that. Says Albert, that woman who has this phenomena is that something that has never been done before in any foundation movie. Melanie, when does that movie come out? When's that movie coming out? I actually like the Fun Destination series. So, Mel, when is that movie coming out? Leslie says, I can't believe he would risk his relationship for her. I feel like I'm lost on whatever you're saying. I wanted to talk about how long Ben's staying. Thank you, Misty. I'm not gonna lie. When he sat there and said, "Hey, listen, this is not an appropriate conversation. We don't need to have this conversation," and Hope, I'm not gonna lie, Hope was just doing on some dumb shit. I mean, I don't think that he's risking his relationship because he did turn her down, right? He did sit there and turn her down flat, and she just kept going and going and going like an annoying Energizer bunny. And she just was like, and she just kept saying the most cringiest lines, like one after the other. It's just like, Ron, I can't blame you. No, fuck that. I can't actually blame you because what kind of sick shit is that? I mean, that's Ron. Women don't want to sit there and share a man. Okay, two gorgeous ass women is not going to sit there and share one man. I want both Jada and Melinda task because right, you think they're going to? You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Travis says, Albert, do you think that Steve said he was leaving Keys 2 years ago? Do you think Jason will go to jail? I think he will do some dumb shit like that, don't he? I think he would do some dumb shit like that. Because he'll sit there and say, but it's okay. You can be there for your kids. I have Liz and Sam to be great mothers. He used that same bullshit that he used before. Oh, Missy, you want to finna cheat? Oh, okay. Okay, you a little saucy tonight. Okay, Misty. Misty, if you get a little saucy about Finn cheating, which I mean, I know it's I know it sounds kind of bad, but I'll just sit there and say this anyway. Why would you downgrade? Why would you cheat on Steffi for Finn? Why would you cheat on Steffi for Hope? That just I'm not gonna lie, Misty. As a man, I can't approve of that shit. I can't approve of you sitting there just cheating on your wife with somebody who is less attractive. I mean, I don't agree with cheating in general, but how the hell would you sit there and downgrade? Helen says our B&B won outstanding. Oh, they won outstanding writing. I want everyone to read this shit. I want everyone to sit there and read this shit. I'm just gonna keep this up for a minute. And people have sat there and blamed G for God knows what. But I want everyone to sit there and read this shit down. I'm not supposed to need to sit there and Google this shit, but I'm kind of lazy, so I don't know if I actually want to do it. Okay, Misty. Misty, you're gonna fit in just fine. You're gonna fit in just fine with this group. Alan says, I wasn't expecting 2019, 2020. What happened on B&B then? I was watching this. That's a damn good question. That's a damn good question. I wanted to keep that shit up because I'm just like B&B won an award for outstanding writing, which is Francis says appreciate Theresa again. Hopefully it would either be the original actor or a proper recast. Jonathan, I like your very high optimism spirit. Most of I got good news. I don't know what you did last summer, like Legacy sequel horror movie. I guess that's good news. I only watched the first one. I vaguely remember the second one. I didn't watch the third one. So I guess that's good news to the fans that actually do watch it. Missy says not because of boasting. Ron says, Robert, you do have a crush on both Nikisha Moore and your woman Cynthia Watros. That's why you plan on being to the fan event to protect her from getting cursed out, cursed or booed at. That's true, Ron. That is true. Ron, I try to hide it, but Ron, I think you're just too clever for me. You're just you're just way too clever for me, my guy. So nothing get past you, my guy. Samir says, well, I think that this maybe angle is to understand hope. She knows her mom's tricks. She just ain't reached. She just ain't reached. She knows her mom's tricks. She just ain't reached in her bag. It came across as so cheesy, so desperate and pathetic, and I think it's simple. Yeah, I was watching that on the way home, and I was just like, "Wow, I hope you're doing too much." I'm not gonna lie, there were certain points where I had to sit there and pause it because Hope was just being that cringy. Nobody said when Teresa's. I'm glad when Teresa's leaving, Emma will finally get rid of that awful wig. Yeah, and we'll finally get rid of that awful ass character. And the sad thing is that the characters were really so awful. I think if she was played, I think if she was played by the original Teresa or another actress that played Teresa, I don't think she would be as bad. That's the problem. This shit all comes down to a level of miscasting. Okay, now Ron asked Samuel a question. Ron asked, why don't you want Sheila to be pregnant for Deacon? That's the question you're being asked, Samuel. Samuel's being asked, why don't you want Sheila to be pregnant for Deacon? I would love to answer that question, but that's not my question now. Alan says, I'm about the outstanding writing Emmy for the past 4 years on BNB, 2020 YNR, 2021. Yeah, see, the thing is, I can get YNR, I can get Days, and I can maybe even get GH, which is kind of a stress sometimes. I love GH, I do. Like, fuck's sake sometimes. Sean says, I'm thinking the case character will be a whodunit. Well, I don't think so, Sean, because the actor who's playing Kate is on contract. Okay? The actor who's playing Case is on contract, and I hate to sit there and put out that type of information, but since he's on contract, most likely um he's going to be on there for a while, so he ain't getting killed. Misty says Sheila and Deacon are too damn old to have kids. You hear that, Ron? Misty says Sheila and Deacon are too damn old to have a baby, Ron. And Samuel says Sheila has enough kids. We don't need any more kids. You hear that, Ron? Are you reading that? Read this and then read that. There you go. Now Alan says Sheila is in her 60s. Okay, she's old. She goes to IHOP and she has the early bird special. You're not having kids and having the early bird special. Do you get what I'm saying, Ron? And what's your response to that, Ron? What's your response to such harsh and intense logic? Johnson says that sometimes contract actors on sets get rid of it. I know. As I was going to say, I know, but most likely, you're right, Jonathan. But most likely, and my spider sense is telling me that that's not going to happen. So, Lashanta says, "Who wants to see Brooke in lingerie?" There you go. There you go. I do. There you go. You don't have to. You don't even have to sit there and spell that shit right. But to be fair, Lashanta, I don't think a majority of people actually want to see that. Black Mother says the early bird special sounds good. It does sound good because it's a good goddamn price. But I mean, my man, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Alan. Ron says no, they aren't because Tabitha was older and she had baby Endora. Well, what do you say to that? What do you say to that, Samuel and Misty? What do you say to that set of logic? How do you argue with that level of logic? Baby Endora, who I've never heard of, for a show that apparently I got canceled. Endora had I mean, and Dora was a baby, and she was fine, I guess. Johnson said, "I don't regret saying that because Brooke." Oh, I love it. Johnson said, "I don't regret saying it. I don't regret saying that because Brooke still got. She does still got it. I don't think she got it from a majority of crowd of people, but she still got it." Now, Missy says Tabitha was a witch. Ron, Tabitha was a witch. What's your response towards that, Ron? That Tabitha was a goddamn witch. Okay, she was a supernatural creature. What's your response towards that, Ron? Don't keep me in suspense, Ron. Island says broadcast. What exactly? She still got an island. That chick still got curves. And now it says Albert Texas Chainsaw Legacy horror movie has detail. Is rated R. Ooh, okay, I like a rated R movie. I'm actually watch it. Sammy says I would much rather see Sheila brainwash her grandkids. Isla says no. Oh, I love it, Isla. Sammy says Impassions was only on for 9 years. Next, Ron, what do you have to say about that level of pushback? God damn it, Ron. What's taking you so long to respond? The shot to sit up a thin asshole was her migraine's real. I saw that too, because he was like, "Hey, was it real, or was it just a way for me to sit there and touch it?" And then he sat there and said, "Does it have anything to do with my wife? Did my wife make you start acting up and start doing shit that like?" I love you. Have a good night. Have a good night, Alyssa. That's your response, Ron. I can agree she was a witch. God damn. I was kind of expecting a little bit more, but okay. But you have a good night, Alyssa. Justin, I'm not going to pronounce your last name. Ava and Kate are going to be in cahoots, and they will pay. No wonder why BLQ said that Kate is disgrace to his badge, and no wonder why Esme made Ava's life a living hell last year. Yep, I can agree with that. What's good, my guy? Yeah, sure. No, Jonathan is right about that. Oh, that's what it is, Jonathan. It's called Outer Spear. It's called Outer Spear. It's on Amazon. It's like their version of the Sci-Fi Channel. Lashanta says Finn is not as gullible as I thought, but he's still an ass. Yeah, he's still a man with no balls. I'll say that much. He is still a man with no balls because he gave his balls to well he gave his balls to Stephanie. Johnson says there's another channel on broadcast TV that's like, is it on? I gotta check that out. Is it on Amazon? Oh, I actually texted you, Jonathan. I finally saw that fight. I finally saw the Chad and Ben fight. I finally saw it this weekend. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that fight. Justice is on over the air TV. Okay, it's on over the air TV. You mean the fight or the network? No, I saw the fight. No, I enjoyed it, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. I thought it was really interesting. Jakari's what's good, Jakari's. I thought it was really interesting how Ben played that. Because even yeah, that because even though he won, he sat there and played like he played like he was really like hurt and stuff. Jakari's when's the next reviews? Twitter space hasn't been great. What's been going on Twitter space? Jakari's. Darby says, where does BOQ get off calling Case a disgrace when all she does is break the rules all the time, but gets sorry when she gets caught? It's funny because two wrongs can be a right. Two wrongs can actually be a right when it does come down when it does come to that. Jakar says no one does come to space anymore. I know you. Okay, soon. Okay, well, I look forward to it, Jakar. I mean, my whole thing is I know you enjoy Twitter Space, so I was always really happy when I got to see you on Twitter Space. And Jakaris, when you say no one comes on Twitter Space anymore, you mean like other people that do these talks, like your co-hosts and stuff, or you mean like people in the chat? So do you mean like Candace Mack and the other people that you talk to? Ron says, Albert, how will Finn feel if he's responsible for unaliving? How will he feel? How will Finn feel if Lee is responsible for unaliving? He's going to feel devastated. He's not going to recognize who his mom is. All right, Jakar, so are you sad because people don't come on Twitter Space anymore to sit there and talk to with you about the soaps? Are you sad about that, or is it something else separate? Is it about the Twitter Space, or okay? I get it, but Jakar's. I mean, you still have your soap channel. You talk about soaps and stuff like that, and Jakar's. You do like doing this. Okay, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Jakar's. I don't do Twitter Space. Um, I wouldn't do Twitter Space unless I was actually getting paid for it. To be honest, it's not really my jam, but I know you loved it though. Don't. I mean, like I said, Jakar's. Don't feel too broken up about it though. Like you still have your YouTube channel, you still do that. You seem like you have a lot of fun doing that. So just stick to that. To be honest, Missy says it's not in Lee's character, like my alpha, but she does know something. Misty, let me tell you something, Misty. When it comes towards Ron, take his comments with a grain of salt. I'll say that much. Why did I hit that so hard? Take his comments with a grain of salt. I just felt like, hmm, I felt like Hope was acting like a different person. She was all like, "Oh, I'm attracted to you, and I have a crush on you." And can't the girl dream? Yeah, but he doesn't need to know about that, though. I mean, this was one of those things where she just kept going and going and going, and she looked hella stupid. And what annoyed me was that Finn was going to leave. He literally sat there and said, "I'm going. Have a nice cherry ice cream. It was really great to see you." Well, of course, well, it's kind of a mixed yes and no. It's kind of how did you know, Lashanta? How did he abuse his badge? How did he actually abuse his badge? Lashanta, how did John abuse his badge? I want to know. Give me a time where he actually abused his badge. Give me a suspense. Yes, have a good night, cherry ice cream. Well, says Albert, why don't you want to race with Aaron? Are you afraid of the backlash, or is she being a Ryan? Okay, which one do you think? Do you think it's the backlash, or you think it's the pedo? Because my money is going to be on the pedo side. Which one do you think is actually worse, Ron? Which one do you think is going to be worse? Why don't you answer me that question? Answer me that question. Riddle me that. Which one do you think is going to be worse? Yes, Jonathan. See, I know that. You know that. Johnson says he has a conflict of. I mean, Lachata says he has a conflict of interest, but he does. But his higher ups are cool with it. I agree with that, Lachata. But if his higher ups are actually cool with that, then he's not really abusing his badge. His higher ups actually sanction that operation. They know what he's doing. So if the higher ups are cool, what's the problem? You got to do better than that, Lashanta. What way did he actually abuse his badge? Besides that, yes, what way did he abuse his badge? But yeah, no, Jonathan. Any like, I'm not gonna sit there and say that. Okay, that was bad. That was bad. Okay, I give you that point, Lashanta. I give you that point. I give you that point. I give you that point. I will give you that. Got that point. We'll sit there and blame Jess for anything that's going to happen, but I don't think that she's actually here. So unfortunately, I can't sit there and tell that joke, which is overused. But yes, no, that I will give you that point. That was bad. Even he actually had to sit there and call himself out for that. I mean, yeah, it's a little kind of sus. It sucks. I mean, he actually sat there. Go back to that question for a minute. He actually sat there and asked that shit. Like, what the? Asked that question and like, so just isn't quite sure if they don't know he's using a personal vendetta to bring something down. That's true. That's true. But regardless, yes, that's true. But they did sanction it, regardless of what the reason is. They know he was important. My whole thing is Lashanta. I feel like they have to know on some level. They know that they recruited him. Darby. It's like I want to say something, but I'm just like it is like borderline cancellation, so I probably should not say it. But I mean, Ron is just asking some weird fucking questions. So, well, Lashanta, my whole thing is like I imagine that the bureau knows that they recruited this guy, that they know his history was sunny. So my whole thing is like it shouldn't be a surprise that he is going after him on some sort of personal level, some sort of level of conflict because they know his history. They know his town. They knew where he grew up. So I'm not too sure about that, Lashanta. Ryan says, I will say it again that Baker needs his badge taken away from him. What deputy allows others to make decisions? I mean, he's a corrupt piece of trash. Ooh, God damn, Ron, why don't you sit there and say how you really feel? I don't think it was probably the smartest move, but Ron, you have to understand, it's in his rights to sit there and question. It's in his rights to sit there and question Sheila. You act like he's doing something wrong. His job. Here's the thing: if you have a former sociopath that has killed a lot of people, why do you think they wouldn't sit there and question Sheila? I don't think he's corrupt. I think he's doing his job. He's doing due diligence. Yes, he did mess up with the sugar thing. I'm not going to sit there and lie about that. But he's literally doing his job. W says, "I'll say, say it." Oh, you did. I'll say it again. Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is like, if Aaron is 18, because 17 is a stretch. 17 is too much of a blurred line. So I would sit there and say, if you're 18, okay, fine, because you are of legal consent. 17 is kind of a very borderline. Ron is talking about some weird shit, but it's Ron, so again, you got to sit there and take what he's saying with a grain of salt, like seasoning. I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ron. I wouldn't sit there and say that's just weird. The guy is. I don't know. I know he's not 18. And even 18 for some people will sit there and be considered wild, even though he's of legal consent. I don't know why I'm sitting there trying to divulge into what Ron is sitting there saying. Now, Johnson says next week is Nicole exit scene. Okay. Interesting. I was wondering about that, Jonathan. I was thinking about that shit at work. I was like, when is Nicole leaving the show? But then it should be one hell of an exit then. Ron says, Albert, why didn't he question Steffi about sugar? He didn't do ish. He just came back to say, you're Claire, what the F, man? Um, Ron, sugar broke into Steffi's home, okay? So that classified under as self-defense. What the piece of shit? Ron, if somebody breaks into your house, what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna allow them to attack you? Are you gonna like what are you gonna do, Ron? I don't understand like what is it that you think is what do you think that's gonna wind up happening? Why he didn't question Steffi about sugar? Because sugar broke into his house. Sugar broke into her house. How are you gonna sit there and come at the victim wrong? I don't understand that. Like where are you once again I'm kinda doing it to myself because I'm trying to question this man's logic. Which this man's logic is simply talking about having a 70-some-year-old woman have a baby. So I guess that was one of my many mistakes. W says how have Theresa wait a few more months until Aaron's birthday. Oh yeah, that sounds like a good case of grooming right there. Johnson says, and we'll see if it goes down to that particular. That was actually funny, Jonathan. I asked you to think about your theory possibly playing out. The minute that EJ was like, "I'm not going to give you a divorce. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not giving you a divorce." He played petty bet is what he want to do. He want to play petty effing bet, which I'm just like, bro, let this chick go. She is much more of a headache than she is worth trying to keep. But because EJ has so much of an enormous ego, and yeah, he has so much of a goddamn enormous ego that he'll sit there and be like, "Oh, I don't want to let you go." Like, come on, bro. You want to be attached in a And Ron says, "No, I won't let it." Yes, Ron says, "No, I won't let that happen." But Sugar was unarmed. Fuck me, I'm gonna sit there and regret asking this. Ron, it's self-defense. Somebody break into your home. I don't give a shit if they're unarmed or not. They broke into your home. They broke into your residence. Why are you sitting up there acting like Steffi? Ron, do you know what self-defense is? I'm regretting this whole conversation right now. Do you know what self-defense is? When somebody breaks into your house, even if they are unarmed, they still broke into your place. Ron, you have a right to defend yourself if somebody breaks into your place. Nobody sits there and says, well, the law says that you got to be armed for it to be self-defense. No, that's not how the law works, Ron. Tracy Steve, I know your birthday is in August. Are you going to come online to do something? Yes, I am, Tracy. I actually had a lot of fun. Thank you, Tracy. I actually had a lot of fun on my last birthday, which I wasn't going to go online, but it was actually really fun spending with everyone. So, yes, I will be going online on my birthday. And yeah, I actually do plan on doing something for my birthday weekend. Because my birthday weekend and my friend's birthday weekend is like the same week, sort of. Like we have our birthdays like a week apart, but we celebrate it um, within our weekends. So I think we're probably going to go out to a bar. I don't know if I'm actually going to live stream it, but it's pretty fun. But yeah, Tracy, I am actually going to sit there and come online and celebrate my 41st birthday, which sounds super depressing saying it out loud. But yes, I'm actually going to sit there and celebrate it. So I hope you be there, Tracy. Be nice to see you. Ron says Phoenix Jermaine's birthday day was yesterday. He didn't even do any spoilers this week for all the soaps. Well, yeah, because it's his birthday. PC Soap Sanctuary, my guy, what is good? As Victoria says, how the hell are you? And Quiet Guy has a I or one. I can't tell. No, seriously, DC, how the hell are you though? Johnson said, I don't think I asked you what your thoughts of the whole story I came over for Alex. You did ask me. I don't know if I was actually drunk that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I was actually sauced that day, but I do remember you saying that though. I thought it was good, Jonathan. I thought it was. I mean, let's be honest, Jonathan. I thought it was better than what Days of Our Lives can actually come up with. So yeah, I thought it was better than what Days of Our Lives can come up with, Dom. And Quiet Side says mistake. DC says I good. I survived another semester. DC Days was actually good today. No, actually, I thought it was good, Jonathan. I did. I said, I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. I sat there and was like, damn, I'd rather be watching that soap opera than whatever the hell that they putting on TV or Peacock. Ron says, I'm not making excuses for anyone, but the way stuff is going on, she forgot she shot Sheila back in 2017 for no reason, and she didn't even face no consequences. I'll have to think about that one, and I'm a little sore, so well, kind of too lazy to do that. But Ron, I will come up with a good defense tomorrow, though. DC says I watched Days early today, and DC says even watched Y&R last week too. Whoa, DC is getting advanced. God damn it! I can't even sit there and blame Jess because I don't think that she's actually in the chat right now. Which God bless her heart because she had to wake up pretty fucking early in the morning. Screw it. I'll blame her tomorrow if I have a hangover. Yeah, I'll blame Jess tomorrow if I actually have a hangover. Ooh, okay. Okay, Ron. Ron's coming with the fire tonight. Ron says, I don't give an F about this stupid bedroom line. I will be doing more fast forwarding. Gross. Oh, Ron, you just don't have. Never mind. Never mind. DC, who's Leo Howard? DC says it's weird that he's 27 but plays a high school clerk, but he's 27, so I can say he's fine. DC, who's Leo Howard? Is that Aaron? No, no, screw it. I'm gonna with you say who that is. I love how Ron just said with a passion. Oh, Tate. Okay. Yeah, no, I get it, DC. Holly's actually pretty fun too. God damn it, DC. I wanted to sit there and say some shit, but I just had to sit there and remember that I have to sit there and say no numbers. I can't say it here. Can't say it here, but I will be doing a comparison this weekend. If I'm sauce enough, I'll sit there and talk about my shitty weekend. No, I can't say it, DC. I can't say it. I feel like my words would be used against me, which normally I wouldn't care, but um, it's something that needs to be set behind a paywall. Hell, this shitty week needs to be set there and set behind a paywall. Oh, the shitty week that I actually had. Why is it taking so long? Exactly. Tracy says, "I'm excited for your birthday. Yes, I'll be." Thank you, Tracy. No, listen, I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Because I mean, being older is never exactly fun, to be honest. But if I'm surrounded by good people, it makes it a little more easier. So I appreciate you, Tracy. Actress. DC says I was about to be a grandfather. Whoa, hey, my guy. The former cat lady was actually here tonight. And Ron says, ask DC about Alan and Tracy and not Nate and Tracy. A woman getting, are you serious? Down by someone because that's not a good storyline. Well, Ron, I'm not going to sit there and say that, even though I've been snitted saying worse, but I'll let DC read that and decide for himself. The sad thing is that that's not uncommon for me to be snitted saying, in the streets. See, I'll tell you this much. This is the reason why I do not monetize these live streams. Unless I'm going to go 4 hours, I don't usually monetize these streams. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that whole sentence will not be ad friendly. Alright, alright. DC lying about that. He ain't playing. Don't start with those goddamn lies. He's lying, Chad. This is a family show tonight. Listen, DC, this family show left the minute that the second drink got done, pretty much. So I just had enough restraint not to sit there and go full in. But no, it's stopped being a family show mid second drink. Amber, how are you doing tonight? DC says Patricia needs to get plowed by Nate because those eyes. You know, just no. Just no. I don't know why you were sitting there saying that shit. I'm good, Amber. I survived today, so that's good. DC, I'm assuming you're talking about Tracy. I'm assuming you're talking about Nate's eyes. You know, why do you want that story, DC? Kyrie's is trolling, and I think either you're trolling, and if you're not trolling, then you're being serious. And I mean, goddamn, DC. I mean, I can rock with a big woman for a lot of things, but Jesus fucking Christ, DC. Amber said, "Did you fix the other video?" Did I fix the other? What's wrong with the other video? What's wrong with the other video? Oh, God damn it! I guess you're gonna have to sit there and look at this shit now. I'm just sitting there saying like, Amber said, "Did I fix the other video?" And Ron says, "Albert, you can't have both. You have to choose between Nikisha Moore and Cynthia Watros." But then obviously, I'm gonna pick Nikisha Moore. I think that's kind of a no-brainer, Ron. Obviously, obviously, you're gonna pick Nikisha Moore. I mean, what do I look like? Some sort of fool or something? Amber says, "Did you fix the other video?" What other video are you talking about? Oh, yeah, no, that fixed out itself. Tracy says, "So let's speak a good let's speak a good work day into existence for the rest of the week." Yes. Now my weekday was fine. My weekend was shitty. My weekend was a real shit fest. Definition. You know what? I'm not gonna sit there and say anymore. No, fuck it. I will. The definition of a waste of time, which is have a nice Sean. DC said the video of Tracy and Nate. DC, it was shitty. It was a waste of time, and I sat there and said, and I questioned my existence to, well, just fucking life in general. Not DC, how you gotta sit there and question some of the shit that you do in life. That's what I did. I sat there and I questioned my whole life, and I sat there and said, "What the hell am I doing?" DC says it's nothing. You know, the sad thing is, DC. When my weekend ended on Sunday, I didn't even feel like doing it. No, you know, DC. I kind of wish I did. I kind of wish I did. DC. I kind of wish I did get stood up. I think if I got stood up, I think that would have been a better weekend. That's the sad thing. If I got stood up, it would have been a better weekend than whatever the hell it is that I actually wound up doing. You know what? I think I've had too much alcohol, but not enough alcohol when I can divulge into a permanent fully. DC says I can laugh, but I was crying that day. Huh. Jada. Ron, I would choose Jada. Melinda would be a great second choice, though. DC says, well, if it makes you feel any better, my car skipped off the road to say it felt like an episode. What? Jesus. Uh, I wish you would have told me that, DC. We would have talked about it. Like, God damn it. I mean, I'm glad you're okay, DC. I really am. I feel bad. I mean, I wish I would have been there for you, just sit there and just talk. I feel like life, when something like that happens, that's like really DC. I can handle a lot. So I'll tell you what, DC. When there's things like that, that's like life and death crisis, I feel like that breaks the rules of we got to sit there and be like, hey, let me tell you this, or you need to text me that. DC says what made it worse is that I didn't have a signal and it was in the middle of nowhere. Oof. No, I get. I mean that. Not gonna lie, that kind of sounds like a horror movie. But I'm glad you told me that. I wish I would have been. I wish I could have been there for you. That's all. DC says, but I kid you not. I screamed in the rain that I gave you a pickup truck of like 10 fine Hispanic men came to help me pull my car out of the ditch. It's wow, okay. My windshield is broken though, along with my legs. Yeah, I can understand the crying part. I would have been hella upset too. Yeah, I would have been upset. I would have been upset about that too. That would have been a definite no research day. DC says it was a lot this weekend. I'm still recouping. All right. Listen, DC, the fact that you came through tonight to sit there and talk about it, you got my utmost respect because I don't know if I can actually, I don't, I think I don't know if I can, I don't know if I would actually be able to do it. Yeah. You're a stronger man than me, though. DC says it's getting off the road at, I'm sorry, what? Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know if I could joke about that shit. That's some scary shit right there. Yeah. Ron says, Albert, all jokes aside, but if Brad do racial pregnancy, then what would the audience, they would think it's nasty, Ron. They would think it's nasty. Nobody will be there for that story. Nobody will be there for that story, Ron. No audience member will be sitting champion that. DC says my car was trapped under barbed wire to make it worse. Y'all reading this shit, right? Like this is some. It was legit an episode of Bob Bruce. It sounded like it was DC's damn last day on Earth. I can say that, but DC's my guy. Jesus Christ. And Quiet Guy says, "Damn, DC, I'm glad you're okay." Yeah, I think everyone in this chat is actually glad you're okay. If I'm not, if I'm not too hungover tomorrow, which I'll blame Jess for, but if I'm not too hungover tomorrow, I definitely gotta sit there and try to chat about this. Damn, god damn. God damn. Where's Carrie's at? DC says I thought I was gonna die, but it was a lot, and I was struggling to even stay positive that morning. But I'm glad those men showed up. When they did, they restored my hope and humanity. Yeah, every now and then, people can sit there and surprise you. They can, in the best of ways and in the worst of ways. But when it's in the best of ways, it's a good day or a good night. DC, I would sit there and think that you have more good to put into this world. You have more good to put out in this world, and your time was not over yet. So that's how I look at it, DC. Your time was not over yet, and you're still meant to put out good, good into this world. Ron says, Albert, why won't Sheila trust Lee as a doctor? Because her ass is crazy. That's why, Ron. Her ass is crazy. She literally sat there and said that she would kill her. What kind of normal human being would sit there and trust her? DC says it was given season finale vibes with that crash or Friday's cliffhanger for my soul kid. Yo, you something else. Yeah, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot, DC. What am I doing? Why do I keep doing that shit for? I just text her. I'm not gonna sit there and say this shit. Yeah, insane. God damn it. I mean, Rob, would you trust Lee as a doctor? You came in there for I don't know a sore throat. Would you trust Lee to sit there and give you penicillin or whatever? I mean, well, I would because I'm not a nut job like Sheila, but DC says I remember screaming no when the cross worked. I know I'm laughing now, but I was like I was in tears. No, it's a lot. There's a lot that you process in your mind, and it's you start thinking. The worst part is that you start sitting there thinking about the people that is going to miss you, that you're not going to be there. That's the hardest part. That's what I would imagine for me. Ron says, Albert, are you sure that YouTube won't take down? No, Ron. Ron, let me tell you something. Danny didn't get her YouTube channel taken down. Okay? Danny made a personal choice to stop doing videos on YouTube because she wanted to take a break. This has nothing to do with YouTube taking her down. Danny didn't say or do anything that would make YouTube want to come after her. That's how you gonna sit there and ask two questions and expect me to sit there and go through both of them. As source not at, even if I was actually sober right now, I still want to sit there and get to both of those goddamn questions. DC says it reminds me of how fleeting life can be. Yes. How fleeting, yeah. How, fle- how fleeting life can be. Wow, they really did fuck up your sentence. I mean, they just put the C and the N and the A just in like, they just out there just said fuck it. But yes, I do understand what you're saying. It's yeah, it's a lot. No. DC, I think the way that they spelled it was a lot more fun. CNA can also be can. Okay, I feel like that's backwards. DC, I feel like can be CNA. That's how you spell can, people. All right, that's how you spell can. DC is like the smartest person I know, so if he spells can that way, then it must be true. So there you go. Ron says no, Lee can't be trusted because I remember when Sheila got a heart attack. Oh my goodness, you still remember that story? Lee was going to try and let her flatline. Yeah, exactly. Then Finn had a conscience. He had a conscience, but then he lost his balls. I don't understand how that works, but okay. He and the sad thing is he knew that there was a good chance that that um that Sheila didn't do it. Yet he wanted to stick up for his wife, whatever the hell that meant. DC says after the breakup, almost walking in class, my tires having flats, which I got big break before getting on the road. It was yeah, it was I tell you this much, DC. Now DC says because in a grade school is C is failing, but I got a B. You know, I'm not gonna lie, DC. A lesser man would have drunk, would have turned to drinking, substance abuse, or just a bunch of bad decisions that require substance abuse and drinking. It can make a lot of people snap with all that going on. It can. So DC, you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. So just take that as a compliment because it really is. DC says almost hit the hookup app that night, but realized it wouldn't go anywhere. It wouldn't go anywhere good. But it would go somewhere fun though. I mean, regrets and everything like that the next morning, but it will go somewhere fun. I'm not encouraging you to. Jesus Christ, this is loud. I'm not encouraging you to make bad decisions. I'm just saying. Um, Gucci says, not Albert saying somewhere fun. I mean, somewhere fun though. You see, I mean, it's not. I'm not saying you know, it's somewhere fun for a little bit. It's a bad decisions to get your mind off of tragic and depressing thoughts. That's not good advice, by the way. That's actually very bad advice. I want people to understand that. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just saying, like, sometimes that's how people get their mind off of things that they hook up and they do stupid shit that they shouldn't be doing. And a lesser man would have done that. But DC, you're not a lesser man. I think that's the point that I was eventually trying to reach. DC says Nobber saying something somewhere fun. Well, I mean, I'm not lying about that. You know what? I gotta sit there and say I've been actually drinking quite a lot, which god damn it, I need to get some alcohol. I've been drinking quite a lot, and yet I stand by everything that I said. I stand by every damn thing that I said. Ron says, Albert, I always said that the hospital board members need to suspend or remove Lee. Better yet, have her medical license revoked ASAP. I wouldn't let her put a needle near me. But Ron, you're not Sheila, so why would she screw you over? She only reserved that for sociopathic homicidal maniacs like Sheila. You're fine, Ron. Lee, Ron, you act as though Sheila hasn't actually done shit to make Lee act the way that she's acting. You make it seem like Sheila is just some saint that everyone should just be like, oh my god, I can't believe that I hurt Sheila. We should go to jail or you know, go to jail. Like you don't like Steffi even though that Sugar broke into her home. You don't like Lee, even though that Sheila rode this chick off the road. But I guess we're just gonna sit there and totally overlook that. I mean, I can overlook certain shit depending on if the woman is hot or not, but like, it, even that has a limit, Ron. What is your limit, Ron? What is your limit? Let me know. All right. I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here because I do gotta wake up somewhat early tomorrow. And I should probably get to bed now. Because I feel like this alcohol is actually, no, this other thing is actually not making me do anything that I wouldn't normally do. Never mind. But I am actually kind of tired because of the wine. So I'm gonna sit there in the stream here. I do want to thank everyone for joining tonight, and for the people that have been sitting there listening to me talk, maybe ramble for the last 2 hours and 26 minutes. Um, but no, DC, I'm glad that you're actually still here. I'm glad that you are alive. I'm glad you're still here, and I'm glad you're actually alive. Um, yeah. I'm not gonna say here. I may just text it, but I want to thank everyone for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. Have a good night, DC. Have a good night, Jonathan. If you're still in the chat, have a good night, Quiet Guy, which you may still be in the chat. Have a good night, Tracy Steve. Um, I feel like there's more people. Melly Mama Horror Queen, Darby, Queen Jess. I don't know why. I could have sworn I saw Janet here. I could have sworn I saw a cat lady here, but anyway, if I didn't say goodnight to you, you know exactly who you are. It's fine. Bye, guy. I'll if you're in the members chat when I get sauce enough, I'll sit there and tell you all about it. But you know what? Quiet Guy, it's a learning experience. So at least I learned something from it. I learned a lot. So I'm actually very happy about that part. Thank you, Quiet Guy. Hanging out with y'all definitely made up for the shitty weekend that I had. But anyway, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. I will see y'all in the next live stream. Laters.